What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing part 2 of my tier list of arcade ticket games, 50 of them. I did like quite a few on the last video that I made, so this is a part 2. So if you guys do like this tier list, don't forget to like this video. Let's try to get to 15 likes. Also hit that subscribe button if you like this kind of content. Also click the bell to be notified. Alright, here we go. So this is the rankings of a couple of the games that I ranked last time. So now let's continue the ranking. I'm going to start with Crank It. And the first game right here, that's Crank It. What happens in this game, it's kind of like Big Basketball. You crank it and whatever it lands on gives you that amount of tickets. I've gotten the jackpot only once, and it was actually on video at golf and stuff. But it actually doesn't give you a lot of tickets. Well, it costs a little bit less, but it's still like doesn't give you a lot of tickets. I give it a C rank, but it's actually not a bad game. Next one's Crossy Road. I like this game, and it's usually it gives you a specific score, and if you can beat that score, you get the amount of tickets that you won plus the jackpot amount, and that's really cool. I put that on the A column because because it was a really good game, and also Crossy Road gives you a lot of tickets. I put on the A. Alright, the next game is Dizzy Chicken. You pull the handle, and whatever it lands on, it's either it's blue, purple, yellow, red, or green. One light green, and then everything else is a different color. Red and green give you a bonus spin. I give it a B because usually it's a really hard game to learn. So there it is. Dizzy Chicken is a B. Alright, I'm just gonna go down the list now. Down the Clown. Just throwing balls at clowns. It's a 100% skill game. Usually you'll have to like get around like 500, 600. It depends on how many people got the jackpot before you played. But it's actually really cool. I'd put it on the B as well. There it is. Fishbowl Frenzy. What happens in this game, you push a button, and then there's a ball that drops from the conveyor belt. It's kind of like a Plinko style game, and it lands in one of the fishbowls. You want the 3 bottom ones without going under and going down the crapper, because you get very little tickets if you go down the bottom of the game. I put it on the C column just because like it doesn't give you a lot of tickets during the normal amounts. Alright, the next game is Flying Tickets, basically Flappy Bird. Really hard game, though, to win tickets because it usually gets smaller and smaller unless you've played Flappy Bird in 2014 when there was an app. I put it on the C as well. There's a lot of C's, but I call C's our average games. Fruit Ninja. Really cool game. You don't get a lot of tickets, though. It's just like a play for fun. I also put it on the C. Full Tilt. What happens here is that a ball drops and you have to try to use the steering wheel to crank it all the way down to the jackpot. Wherever the jackpot is, you have to try to land it inside the hole of the jackpot. It gives you a lot of tickets because it's a progressive jackpot as well. I put on B. Alright, I'm just gonna randomize now. I'm gonna do Monster Drop. Monster Drop is a really cool game. Monster Drop is literally the smaller version of Power Drop Extreme or Monster Drop Extreme. Same thing, B column. Actually, I put it on the A column because a lot of machines are really timeable, and I've gotten like tons of jackpots on that game. We're about halfway there. I've got like 4, 10, 20. We're like more than halfway there already. So, Galactix, in this game, Galactix, you push a button and then a rocket is launched inside this little 6-player vault right here. Like a little electronic thing here. I bet you don't see it a lot on video, but I've played it before, and you have to use a rocket to try to get it into a little opening to get like 200 tickets, because it's really cheap, usually, per ship. So it's actually really not a bad game. I put it on the B column, so that's above average. Alright, Gold Fishing. Gold Fishing is a really hard game. You have to tap the ball into tiny little fish bowls, about the size of probably I don't know, like an ice cream cup. You have to try to land it in there, smaller than an ice cream cup, kind of like an ice cream cone, and you have to try to land a specific amount of points to get the jackpot. I put on D, usually because it doesn't give you a lot of tickets and it's really hard, and it sometimes like rigs you when you don't get it. Piano Keys doesn't give you a lot of tickets, pretty fun. It's kind of like White Tiles if you played it on the mobile app. Put on C as the average game. Ice Ball, legit one of the best skee ball games there is. A. I bet you all know how to play skee ball. Kung Fu Panda Dojo Mojo is a game, it's a skill game. What happens here is that there's going to be like targets showing on your screen. You have to try to tap the corresponding targets by pounding the little hammers with your fists. I put on the I put on C as an average game because it's really fun. Oh, okay, here we go. So I put on C because I'm messing things up here. Okay. Ah, there we go. Alright. The next one's Let's Bounce. What happens here, it doesn't give you a lot of tickets. It's really fun. What happens here is that you get ping pong balls. You have to bounce it on those little tiles. You don't see the tiles. And then if you bounce all the tiles from orange to blue, you go to a bonus round. You have to try to get a specific amount of score to get like a small amount of bonus tickets, but it's actually really fun. Gonna put on the C. All right, Mega Stacker. Hard game, really rigged, F. I hate Stacker. Monopoly doesn't give you a lot of tickets. You have to spend a lot of money on the credits. I put on D. Even though it's fun, it's really costly, and it doesn't give you a lot of tickets unless you know how to play it correctly. Quick Drop. What happens here in this game, 50 red balls, you have to push the red button and to land inside the hoops. 50 out of 50 wins the jackpot. One miss, you don't get the jackpot. But it's still a really fun game, and I actually have gotten like quite a few jackpots on this game. I put on B, above average, because I actually like that game. Alright, this game is called, I think it's called Roll a Ball. I don't know what it's called. But then it's a token action game. What happens here is that you put a token in and it rolls the coin. It's kind of like Despicable Me Jelly Lab. I didn't put it on there. I've seen it on videos where you have to land the coin dead center, or SpongeBob, the old token action game, where you have to like time and land on the white solid line to get a specific amount of bonus tickets. Or else you can get like 1 or 2 tickets. But I played at Nickel before, and it was really fun. I put on C as the average game. The next one's Slam a Winner. This is like harder than Monster Drop, but it's actually like one of my favorite games, even though I've never gotten the jackpot in this game. But still, C average. Spaceballs. What happens here, it's kind of like Fishbowl Frenzy, but instead of those fishbowls, instead of the fishbowls like lining up, where is that game? Fishbowl Frenzy. I believe I put it somewhere. Yeah, it's on C. So Fishbowl Frenzy, and then here's Spaceballs. Instead, all the ticket values are on the bottom. But Spaceballs doesn't give you a lot of tickets. I put on C as the average game. Alright, Space Invaders. I actually like, I don't loathe this game. I just dislike this game based off of like the graphics. It's really, and the gun is really hard to control sometimes. You have to get like usually like $24,000. That was my average to get the jackpot. I put on D, a little bit below average. Speed of Light is a really cool game as well. Speed of Light, what happens in Speed of Light is that you have to try to tap the lights when it's flashing. You have to try to keep tapping the lights. The more you tap, the more tickets you get. I put on C as the average game as well. C as the average game. Alright. The next game is Spin and Win. Probably what defies what Baytech does, even though Baytech says they always favor the player, quote unquote Matt3756. But Baytech like loves to make these kinds of games as skill based. Spin and win is like one of them that could be skill based, because sometimes after you win a jackpot, they make it look harder on you, kind of like Cyclone. I put it as D. Probably how hard it is. SpongeBob, one of my favorite coin pushers. Like literally one of my favorite coin pushers, because you actually get tickets, it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz coin pusher, but they actually give you tickets for tokens that drop. A, 100% A. Even though Pop the Lock is my favorite game. Tower of Tickets, Matt3756's favorite game. I kind of like this game. It's kind of like a all in or get nothing, like all in, kind of like gambling game, where you put either you get a roll of tickets or you don't get anything at all. I put it on B. I like this game, but it's a little bit below the super exceed standards. Treasure Quest. I actually like this game, even though it costs so much. You spin a wheel, and whatever the little spinner lands on, that's how many tickets you get. I put on C, average game, because it's a bit costly. Whack 'em Funky Gators. I played this. It's kind of like you have to press the buttons when the gators are out there. Using these buttons that you see here. You have to try to press it. And it's usually pretty hard to get the jackpot. The max I've gotten is like 10 tickets. Like, I don't know why. But then it's really fun. And it's made by Sega, by the way. And usually the jackpot's pretty rigged. I think it's made by Bandai Namco or Sega. I don't know. Whack and win. What happened? And as the guy says, this is a game of skill, not strength. Oh, yeah. So, I put it on C as the average game, because usually it's hard to time. So you have to use your little mallet that you have, and you slam it as hard as you can, but not as hard as you can. Not as hard as you can. Just enough to hit the little bonus. You don't see it in here because it's cropped, but I bet you guys know what it is. Wheel of Fortune. Basically, Wheel of Fortune, you get 3 spins. You have to try to solve the puzzle. But it's really hard, pretty costly. I put on D. Alright, so Wonder Wheel. We have 2 left. I'm gonna do it Yahtzee and Wonder Wheel. Yahtzee I'll do Yahtzee first. Yahtzee is literally not really great of a game, though. Because you get 2 spins, and then you have to try to get the best combination. Try to get a Yahtzee, which is like the super big jackpot. And then you also get like pretty big amount of tickets. Big amounts, like with 4 of a kinds, full houses. But I put on C as the average game, because it's actually really fun as well. It doesn't cost a lot either. But then you have to play a lot to get like a score bonus. But it's still a really fun game. Alright, and the final game is Wonder Wheel. It's a token action game. What you have to do is put the coin inside the slot, and it will land inside one of the targets. The red, yellow, blue, green targets. You want the yellow one, which is the bonus, and which is the most narrow one. It's like around here, like a toenail. And then you have to try to land in there to get the bonus. And the thing is, you have to keep playing so you can keep getting a higher multiplier. That's the thing about this game. I put on the B column. I also put on the A column. I didn't have a second picture of Wonder Wheel. I put on the A column, because it's really fun. Alright, there you have it, guys. 50 out of 50 of the top 50 games that I've played at the arcade. Alright, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this pretty long 2-part video. I did a first part. Go watch. If you haven't seen the first part, go watch that. So this is the second part, and I hope you guys did enjoy this whole 2-part series. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys do enjoy playing arcade games. I hope the arcades open soon after the outbreak ends. And I'll see you guys anytime soon.